And say, "How are you today, kid?" Call me kid.
I like that. Very Frank Sinatra.
I guess
maybe it was a thing they said at the day.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And of course, it impressed all the kids in the class and everything. And I, oh, there's Mr. Mitchum. I called him Mr. Mitchum when other people were around, of course. But he was a dear man.
Yeah.
Dear man.
Now, dare I mention Nicky Hilton, not the nicest of people.
No.
Who married, of course, Elizabeth Taylor.
Yes, yes.
But his aggression factor was a problem even then.
I was still modeling then. I was very young. And I just hadn't heard enough about him to know that it was quite dangerous to really go out with him. But we went out to dinner. And he had John...
Was it a quick-fire temper, or did he just like beating women up, or what was his...
No, he was just an unbelievable drunk, and I don't think he knew half of what he was doing. Really. Yeah. He would push people.
So he was polite and charming when he was sober. Once the evil alcohol got in his veins, so he totally changed.
And also he was a terrible introvert. I don't think I heard him speak more than 4 lines in the entire time I knew him.
Yeah.
You know, he really had problems.
Well, maybe with a last name like Hilton, he thought that was quite enough.
Yeah. No, I just think he had been messed up since he was a child and nobody fixed him.
What a sport rich kid.
Well, I think he needed a psychiatrist.
Yes.
Because that's why he drank constantly. Every day, I hear.
Now, hopefully the opposite end of the spectrum, James Dean.
Wonderful.
Now, how did you meet him and work?
I met him at a wonderful place called Villa Capri, where everybody was going.
Yeah.
It was the place to go. And I've been in there with Vince Edwards. I've been dating him. In fact, I was engaged to him at the time. And the maitre d' loved me and so forth. And he said, he knew I was a fan. And he came over to my table. I think I was with my mother when it happened. And he says, "I want you to meet somebody, Jimmy Dean." Went over to his table, and I said, "Please bring your family, your company." The entire evening, he was just on.
And was he a major movie star? Had you done
yes, he was doing
movies
he was doing Giant at the time.
Really?
Yeah. And he just really just was a divine boy. We dated for, I don't know, 2 months there before while he was shooting, and then he had the big accident.
Yeah,
sounds like I'm the kiss of death, doesn't it?
Well, not really. I'm sure the kiss of something, but not the kiss of death. But he must be really quite a character. And of course, the most wonderful thing is he died early, but even now he's well remembered. A lot of people die early, like John Kennedy Jr.
Yes.
And others. And Elvis Presley is another one.
That's right.
And they make far more money now, as you know,
yes,
from the rights to their products and their movies and songs than they ever did while they were alive.
I don't know, just...
Michael Jackson is another fellow.
Yes.
Yeah, very much.
I think that Jimmy Dean just had that wonderful young thing he was trying to put over, and people connected with it.
Yeah.
You know.
And how did you react when you heard he died in the car accident?
Oh, well, I was devastated, of course.
Yeah.
You know, just devastated of all the people in the whole world. He had the world by the tails.
And collide with a tractor trailer.
Yes, somebody else.
In his Porsche.
Oh, it was awful. I wouldn't drive with him in the Porsche.
Oh, because he was, you know,
I just didn't.
totally invulnerable and
right.
last forever.
I preferred the station wagon. He had a station wagon, and he picked me up in that. He was very good about it.
Yes.
Going, you know. I just know people in fast cars, and I didn't want to take a job. You know, I'm not interested in speed.
Well, no, look what happened to the Santa Barbara actor Paul Walker, Fast and Furious.
Yes.
And he ended up colliding with a tree and dying far too early again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Peter.
Good. Thank you.
Oh, gosh. Now, Vince Edwards. Now, where did you meet, and how did that develop? Because it certainly did develop.
Yes. I was on an interview. Oh my God, am I losing my audience there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was on an interview at Paramount, and he'd done a lot at Paramount even then. And he was in the casting office, and I was sitting waiting for another producer to read for him. And apparently he went to the secretaries. He knew all of them. And he could get anything he wanted.
Well, yes.
And at that time, Vince looked like a Greek god. He really did, because he was Mr. America.
Yeah. And what was the series?
Dr. Ben Casey.
That was it, Ben Casey. It was a very popular series in the day, wasn't it?
Yes, it really was. Anyway, he hadn't done that yet.
Yeah.
But he'd done some very, very good things with wonderful, wonderful directors and great producers, people who went on to do big things, you know. who, right now I can't think of their names, but he was involved with a lot of very, very talented people. But anyway, he asked me out for dinner, and we went to the Villa Capri. That was his favorite.
Oh, was that the favorite spot?
That's the first time I'd been there.
Yeah.
So I became, all that year, we were at dinner at least 2 or 3 times a week there, Vince.
Yes.
And yeah, he asked me to marry, and we got engaged. In those days, people got engaged.
Yeah.
You know?
And it got reported by whoever, Walter Winchell or something.
Yeah,
didn't it?
that's right. And we had a lot of fun with bull fights. He loved to gamble.
Yes.
And we would go to Vegas every 2 weeks or something. And I saw right then the poor boy had a gambling problem.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But I was happy. I was going to all the shows, and all my gay dancer friends would come and take me to shows.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, but then, you know, you have to see your date sometime that night.
Well, exactly.
But I would get angry. We had fight. We were notoriously fighting.
Oh, very volatile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always quarreling. So.
Now, talking about fighting, I gather Anthony Quinn came into the picture one time.
Yeah.
And there was some sort of ambivalence between Vince Edwards and Anthony Quinn.
Well,
I can well imagine.
it was-
Saw the Greek
Yeah,
against
it
Dr.
was,
Casey.
it was like one of those very macho, weird
Yeah.
things. Nothing really was said.
Yes.
It was all in the air type of thing.
But did it
At
get,
the bullfights.
Did it ever get aggressive?
No,
like the
no,
bullfights
no,
themselves,
no,
like
no.
Olay?
Although Vince had gotten aggressive with people like busboys, taxi cab people, you know, he had an awful temper. He was just jealous of everybody that was around him. You know.
And he didn't brook competition.
What?
He didn't brook competition. He didn't want any competition.
None.
No.
None. And he would just dream up something that didn't happen at all because he was a strange kid.
Yeah.
Well, he's very Italian, that's all I can say.
Yes, and we know what runs in the veins there.
Yeah,
don't we?
apparently.
Amore.
Yeah.
Now, Columbia Pictures chief, Harry Cohn.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, yeah. His widow used to live up in Montecito.
Does she? Does she?
No, she's gone now, but was that something that developed? Were you working for Columbia or something associated with it? Or?
Let's see, I had worked on some show there, and your pictures are usually all over at different castings,
Yeah.
all over the town, so they see your pictures.
Yes.
And he called me in for an interview, and the interview didn't go very well because the man was unbelievably obnoxious, and I'd never had any trouble.
And did he have wandering hands as well as wandering
No,
eyes?
he didn't get that far.
Ah.
Because I said to the head of, who Sinatra was afraid of, I found out later. He actually was afraid of Cohen. Of his, yes.
Oh, because of his temperament and control of his actors.
His control. And I was so dumb, I guess.
I can't imagine
I
that.
just said, I can't, you want me to do so-and-so and work too? I said, I have to go. And I left.
And did you walk out on it?
Yes, I
You
did.
walked out on the head of Columbia Pictures.
That's right.
That's very brave of you.
I don't know, I was an idiot, you know, but no, I couldn't, the man scared me, and I could no more been around him, because eventually he probably would have tried at some point.
Well, you were in good company because I got in my crib notes here that only you and Carol Lombard
Yeah.
turned him down, and that Cohn pursued you.
Yes.
And presumably Lombard.
Yes.
I didn't know what Mr. Gable thought of that at the time.
I don't know, I looked up, and apparently he'd heard I was going to Vegas, and I look up and there's Harry Cohen in Vegas. He says, we haven't completed our interview. He really was there.
Yeah.
And I think I went home early because I was really kind of nervous about the whole thing. And he called my father. Can you believe it?
And how did your father react?
My father said, Mr. Cohen, my daughter doesn't want to talk right now. Apparently, things aren't proper here, and I appreciate it if you wouldn't call.
And then put the phone down on Harry
Yeah,
Cohn.
that's right.
That was brave of both of you.
He's a crazy Irishman, what can I
Right.
say?
Okay, now with Myron Healy,
Lovely.
great actor,
Oh, yeah.
a great friend, and a great protector. In what
Yes.
way did he protect you? From people like Harry Cohn?
No. At that time, Troy Donahue was literally threatening my life. But he did this with all the women he went with. And unfortunately, you never get the news until it's happening. You know?
And he looked so clean cut and
Oh
charming.
yeah, and he was a total psycho.
Yeah.
1 minute you're engaged, and the next moment he wants to kill you. No fight.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah. In fact, he did. His wife, oh gosh, what's her name?
He murdered her.
No.
Oh, okay.
But, no.
He wanted to kill you. I mean,
Well, it was close. He broke my finger.
did he? What you had an argument?
I was.
Or was the diamond ring so
no,
heavy?
No. I was trying to get away. I lived about 4 blocks away from his house.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just grabbing me, not wanting me to leave. And I said, I'm leaving. And he broke my finger in the tussle. And I thought, nah. So Myron Healy had worked with me before on the NRSLA, and we stayed friends off and on for years. He was just a great guy, like a big brother.
And he protected you from people like Troy Donahue and other more aggressive.
Because he was working at
suitors.
Warner Brothers at the time, and Troy had his trailer at Warner Brothers, and that was his main studio, and he was shooting something at the time. And Myron just followed him around with a couple of his big stuntmen friends, and he knew he was guilty.
Yes.
And he was terrified. He'd run to his trailer and lock the doors.
Well, that's very good because he kept away from you.
Or
poorly behaved breaking your hand.
Yeah, because he wouldn't stop unless he did something horrible, horrific. And I was one of the girls, few women that he dated that got away with everything okay.
So it was a new twist on the siege of Troy.
Yes.
As it were.
He dated a German actress, a Swedish actress who'd been in Sweden, and the poor girl had to have plastic surgery on her face.
Because of his treatment on her? Just normal? Really?
Yes.
And he beat them up pretty badly?
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of the girl he married. Proud, no.
But you breathed a huge sigh of relief that you were white as that.
Yeah, and I thought she was tough enough to handle him, but apparently not. That's why they got a divorce, because he just flipped south.
What a nightmare.
I know it. And he still walked around for another 50 years and nobody shot him. I mean, I don't know how that happened.
Now, Charlie Cochran.
Dear.
Obviously a charming man.
Yes.
Became your husband.
Yes.
You got married in a very glamorous ceremony.
Yes.
Only eclipsed by Prince William and Kate at Westminster Abbey.
That's right.
Where did you tie the knot and who came?
Everybody. Well, he was in jazz. He was a jazz pianist. But, everybody loved him. He knew everybody from Fred Astaire and his daughter Ava, and all the jazz musicians came. I had this wonderful, unbelievable. You couldn't buy these people come and be the quintet.
And where was the venue? Where did you get married?
Our new house it was off of Laurel Canyon in a lovely canyon called Sunshine Canyon.
Yeah, we just passed that coming in just
now.
Driving down Santa Barbara.
Yeah, right. And at the top of the hill, at the back of the property, was the pool and beautiful trees and things. And so we had that all bricked and so forth. And the walkway led all the way up to the pool, and around the pool was a beautiful area to get married. And it was a beautiful wedding.
And how many guests did you have? I mean,
probably 200.
200, and they were all pretty much bold-faced names.
Oh yeah, and everybody. It was reported like that was the prettiest bunch of people anybody came to a wedding, because everybody pretty was there.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian, eat your heart out.
Right.
Absolutely. Then after, now we've got Frank Sinatra. Now where did that occur? Because you obviously
that was in Las Vegas.
Yes, and was that with Vince Edwards or a sort of whatever?
No, that was later. I was up there with a friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine, and she had known this marvelous singer. It was Rossi and Peter. What's the other name?
Marty Allen and Steve Rossi.
Yeah, Marty Allen and Steve Rossi. And she was meeting him, and I was introduced to him, and so we had dinner, the four of us, and this and that. And so I was with Steve Rossi, and he said, "Would you like to come to Frank's after hours party?" I said, "Sure." And Keely Smith was there, and all of his court. He would hold court.
Yes.
And by the time we got there, I had never seen him like this before. He was very drunk and having arguments with everybody at the table. And I thought, this is not a very good feeling. And I said, I think I have to go now. I could feel it coming.
And what was his reaction?
Well, you'll have to read that in the book.
You'll have to read everything in the book.
We left, but he didn't leave me or us.
Yes. Okay. And now on to a slightly more famous singer, one Elvis Presley.
Yes.
Did you meet him in Vegas? Or
No.
Where did you meet him?
It was I was hired to work with him and many others on GI Blues.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be great. I had my German accent.
Yes,
I thought it was good. Everybody thought it was good, but...
And that's where, in real life, he served in Germany.
That's right. He had just gotten out.
Yeah.
And so it was set in Germany, and Juliet Prowse.
Yes.
And unfortunately, all the women except for Juliet Prowse, they were cut. I mean, you see me, but there are no lines on my German accent.
So you ended up on the cutting room floor?
No, well, You could see me, but all of our lines got cut because apparently that's the way they do Elvis pictures. It's all Elvis and male dialogue. It's
Yeah.
sad.